Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Lugness Monster. Today we do have some Star Wars The Black Series news to go over. If you guys are not subscribed, make sure to hit the sub button, because we are actually doing a giveaway at 5k subs. We're giving away this ARC Trooper Echo. You do have to be subbed to the channel to enter though, so make sure you hit that sub button. And the giveaway is actually international, so anybody in the world can win it if they would like to. Basically how it'll work, once we hit 5k I'll make a giveaway video. All you have to do is make sure you're subbed and comment on that video to enter. Pretty easy. And then yeah, I'll just pick a random comment from that video. So make sure you're subbed and onto the video. Anyway, first up in the news, I did want to address the new Book of Boba Fett, I guess Throne Room Boba is what it's officially been called. That did go up for pre-order today. So yeah, it went up. It's a main release figure. It'll be shipped in individual cases, which is super cool, but it did go for pre-order today at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, 12 a.m. Central, and or not 12 a.m., 12 p.m. Central, sorry about that. But yeah, really weird. Hasbro poll says it's not supposed to ship until November of 2022, so that is 11 months from now, which is ridiculous. I've seen them do 7-month pre-orders, I've seen them do 9-month pre-orders, but I've never seen them do 11-month pre-orders for figures, which is absolutely insane. I think that is so ridiculous. Book of Boba Fett Season 2 will be out by the time we get this Boba Fett, this Boba Fett was in The Mandalorian almost a year ago now, so we'll be waiting 2 years to get this figure, which is absolutely insane. I don't know. There's also been some controversy going around on like which version of Boba this is. Is this the new Book of Boba Fett version, or is this the version that was in Mandalorian? And to be honest, it is a mishmash of the both. The main thing that I've seen people saying is that this is the Mandalorian version because of the legs. The legs are the big, like, poofy, reused legs from the Nomad Boba Fett, and so because of this, it is the Mandalorian version. But and also if you look at the Boba Fett trailer, this is what Boba Fett's legs look like, which I know sounded like a weird statement, but it's pretty I guess streamlined pants. They're not super poofy, they're not big like that, and this version just isn't that. They did just reuse the Nomad Boba Fett legs, so I see why people would say that this is the Mandalorian version, but this is actually the Book of Boba Fett version. That's because if you look at the belt on this is the Book of Boba Fett version, where the Mandalorian belt is different. So it is kind of a mishmash of the two, and it's just a little disappointing. I wish they either gave him the proper belt or the proper legs. Either way, it would have been fine. I don't care which way they would have done it, but it just doesn't look super good when it's mishmashed together. And another way that this is the Book of Boba Fett version is the armor already does have some like paint scuffs and chips and stuff, where the Mandalorian version, it's brand new painted, it's super clean, and it doesn't have any real paint chips or anything, and this one already does. So another thing that I've seen is some people are saying that this version of Boba Fett is really inaccurate with just the color scheme, and I'm here to say it isn't actually inaccurate. It's just Hasbro's photo team, whatever you want to call it. Their glam shots are just like oversaturated, or the brightness is turned up, or something to that aspect, where it's just not right. If you look at the images of in the box, it's more correct color, but the out of box promo images, the green is the wrong shade. The black undersuit looks more like a dark brown than it does black. The gauntlets look more red than they do maroon, and it just looks super inaccurate. Whereas in the version in the box, the green is the right color, the undersuit is actually black, and the gauntlets are more of a maroonish color than a red. So it is accurate. It's just their weird, like, glam shot team. I don't know what's up with that, but their glam shots lately have just been super, like, discolored. Anyway, we actually do have images of the Book of Boba Fett. Actually, it's not from Book of Boba Fett. It is the re-armored Boba Fett helmet from Mandalorian. This is the life-size prop replica. We do have images of it out of the box, and I'm pretty disappointed with how this came out. It just looks kind of weird. I don't know why. I think it has to do with the weathering they gave it. They gave it like a weird weathering look to it that just isn't accurate to the show. In Mandalorian, this thing is freshly painted. It has zero weathering at all, and this thing just looks weathered. It looks weird. I don't know why. But also, it's only on like the front of the helmet. If you look at the sides or the back, it's clean as can be. So it just looks super strange for it to like just cut off randomly, and it looks kind of bad. It just looks glaringly obvious that they only weathered the front of the helmet, and it just looks super weird. So honestly, I think I'd much rather them have made the Cobb Vanth version, or I guess the like Boba Fett version that he hadn't painted yet, whatever you want to call it. This version that is on screen right now, I love this version of the helmet. It's like super scuffed up. It looks super battle damaged, but it looks incredible. And I really wish they would have done this version instead. So hopefully they do this version in the future. But yeah, that the Book of Boba Fett version or Mandalorian version, whatever you want to call it, is just not super accurate. We also do have images of the Tartakovsky Walmart exclusive Clone Wars wave General Grievous. This guy looks really good, I do have to say. I think General Grievous was the one I was most scared about when this figures did get announced, but this guy does look really, really good. I do have to say he definitely impressed me, and in the package, it looks incredible. I love the 50th anniversary throwback packaging. I really hope that's something they try to continue to do into 2022. I know that the 50th anniversary of Lucasfilm will be over by 2022, but I hope they find a way to continue that line somehow, because we've gotten so many amazing figures this year because of that line, and I hope they find a way to continue it. If you guys did pre-order the Black Series Ceremony Leia, and this is the version on the Power of the Force card, if you did pre-order this was a Hasbro Pulse or a Disney Store exclusive. It is actually estimated to ship out sooner than expected. It was estimated to ship out, I believe, in April, or maybe it was February, one of the two. It was a little ways away, but now it has been updated to ship December 15th, which is just right around the corner, next Wednesday. So yeah, if you guys did pre-order this, you should be receiving it a little sooner than expected. Today, Patrick, a Hasbro employee that we've all seen on the Fan First Friday panels, he was just promoted to Worldwide Director of Marketing for the Star Wars team, which is pretty cool. I don't know. I just feel like this is kind of out of nowhere. Obviously, his job has nothing to do with me, and good for him. Congrats for getting promoted. I just feel like it's a weird time. Right after the HasLab Rancor fails because of its bad marketing, he gets promoted. I don't know. It's just kind of weird in my opinion. I wanted to bring it up. Congrats, Patrick, if you are watching this, but I doubt it. We actually do have reports that prove that Fennec Shand, which is a figure in the Book of Boba Fett line, was actually supposed to be in the Mandalorian line in between Bo-Katan and Q9, but eventually got moved to the Book of Boba Fett line, which is very interesting. This is probably why her figure is already ready to ship out, and it's probably why it's like a random Book of Boba Fett figure in that wave, is probably because she was already supposed to be in the Mandalorian line and then got delayed or moved to the Book of Boba Fett line. Either way, I don't really care. We're getting the figure, and that is pretty cool. But the weird thing is, we do have images of the side of the Boba Fett box from the Book of Boba Fett, the throne room version, and this version does not have another character on the other side of him, which is interesting. Does that mean we're going to be getting more figures in the Book of Boba Fett line? Because, normally the figures line up on the mural, but there's nothing that will go against Boba Fett here, so how does the mural continue? So realistically, I only see this going one of two ways. We don't get any more figures in the Book of Boba Fett line. We only get these two, and then the line ends. I don't see that happening because there's so many possible characters I can make from this line. They've made so many Black Series Mandalorian figures. Mandalorian is the largest Galaxy packaging line we have right now, so it's a gold mine for Hasbro, and I do not see them just not making any more figures. It just doesn't make any sense to me. I think the realistic thing here is there's another box that lines up to these where it just cuts off, and it's not a normal figure, is what I had to guess, and that's why the mural doesn't line up. If I had to guess, it is Boba Fett's throne. The one that you see in front of you is just a custom one that I 3D printed, but it'd be something like this, and this is why I don't think it is on the packaging. And this is why I think the mural just kind of like randomly ends. That's because they couldn't fit the edge of the throne onto, I guess, the side of the Boba Fett box. So instead, when you line up the mural, there'll just be a little bit of a gap, but it'll still be there. And plus, the throne box will be pretty deep, too, and so it'll give a lot of room on that side there to fit the actual throne on the side of the box for the mural there. So that's why I think it kind of just mysteriously ends. Some people are like, this is all the Book of Boba Fett figures we're getting. I don't think so. I think this is just leaving a room for the throne, which I think we're definitely going to be getting in the Book of Boba Fett line. I guess why we're talking about the mural art for Book of Boba Fett, here are the two figures together. Here is Fennec Shand next to Boba Fett. They look pretty good. Like I said, I do hope that mural continues on, but so far this is what we got. Yakface has rumored that there are about 3,000 Skiff Guard Landos in the new archive wave that have shown up in US distribution centers, which is very scary. This is a pretty cheap figure nowadays on the aftermarket, so I don't know why they decided to archive this. Actually, I do know why they decided to archive this. This is because of the Rancor. They were so confident that this thing was going to get backed, they threw Lando in the archive line to make it readily available. Rancor didn't get backed, and now we have an excess amount of Landos. The weird thing about this is he specifically says they are Landos and not the entire wave, which makes me scared that they shipped out the archive waves individually rather than together, which means that your Target store might get a case of 6 to 8 Landos rather than, a case of 2 Landos and 2 Emperors and 2 of these and 2 of those, which is a lot better for peg warming because you only get 2 per store rather than an entire case of 8. If you think that like Hoth, Luke, or Han peg warmed, this Lando is going to peg worm pretty hard. The newest wave of Black Series, Wave 31, which is yet to be announced, is still hitting Target stores. It has started to go down a little bit into California. It first started in Oregon. So anybody in California, hopefully this thing actually starts to, spread across the country more. I know I've seen some different stores in the Midwest. I know Skywalker Hendricks, good friend of mine. His channel link will be in the description. He lives in Minnesota, right by right by Target's headquarters, so he actually found the wave in his Target. And so yeah, you just got to check your targets. You never know when they're going to get it. So here's actually the barcodes for this wave. If you do want to scan them, go right ahead, and it'll check availability and when they'll get shipped and everything like that. So if you are looking for this wave, use this and it might help. And last up in the news, we do actually have images of the TVC Droids C-3PO. This is a very interesting figure. It is like I said, from the Droids TV show, but this is something I've never seen before. It has like detachable panels, which is super cool, but I didn't know about it. I didn't know this was a thing. It wasn't really promoted at all that this thing had detachable panels, but it's super cool. I honestly wish they'd make like a Black Series version of this where the panels come off, and then not like the Droids super like yellow colored version, but like a normal version where you can take off the gold plate and he has all the wires and everything underneath. I think that'd be super cool, but that's just an option. I don't know. If you guys actually did pre-order this was a Target exclusive. It will be shipping out here relatively soon. So yeah, guys, it is actually going to do for the video. If you did enjoy, the like button and subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video.